Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. Welcome to the Richmond Police Memorial Relocation and Appreciation Ceremony. I'm Tom Silvestri and I have the honor of serving as your celebration guide. We have an impressive program and we're committed to making it fast-paced and poignant. We have presentations, public officials, and prayers. You can't get much better than that. But more importantly, we have you, the people of Richmond. Thank you so much for coming out today. To the point where, let's start a tradition on this spot, where by showing respect, we become part of the neighborhood. So let's take a couple of minutes and stick out your hand to a friend who's near you who you don't know and say hello and greet them as part of the welcoming. Go ahead. Come up to the DS2 if you don't know anybody. Good to see you. Harry Russell. Good to see you. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for doing that. You know, today is simply a time for jubilation. That's because we are officially recognizing the new home for the Richmond Police Memorial. Thank you for that. And what an outstanding location. It's in the nexus of two outstanding neighborhoods. The beautiful Carillon, where people come to enjoy the arts and the outdoors, and personally where my wife and I have lived for 3 decades. And Bird Park, with its city lakes, parkland, and adjacencies to Richmond's #1 tourist attraction, Maymont. What a perfect location. Today is also clearly a very happy occasion. And it's happy because our thanks to one man, Glenwood W. Burley. Without his persistence and passion, the statue would still be in a forgotten place. But because of his drive and determination, the statue has a new purpose so that we will never forget those police officers who gave their lives in the service of their city. Bear with me, the wind is causing some havoc here. Now, Mr. Burley started this relocation process in 2015. Look at your calendar. It's 2016. Yes, you can move a statue in nearly record times. But it wasn't always easy. There have been some unusual occasions. How else would you explain the appearance before the Carillon Civic Association, where Mr. Burley showed up with his hand-built model that depicted the original intent to put the statue opposite the World War I monument. He assembled a stick of wood, the tower, attached to another piece of wood with sand on it, the old reflecting pond, and a naked troll doll from the 1960s. Remember those little naked troll dolls? That was the statue, with one exception. The troll's flowing green hair was cut so short it fit police department regulations for hair. Quote, "Here is where we need to move the statue," Mr. Burley said confidently as he steadied the troll in the sand. I wish you could be there with me and see the faces of the Carillon Civic Association and read their lips about just what had happened. I probably won't share what were read lips, but to save time, because it is cold, let's skip over what happened and move to be thankful that we found this wonderful patch of land and know it's the statue, not the naked troll we're looking at, even if the haircut was in regulation. Now, Mr. Burley, when he offers remarks later on, will give credit to others, workers, city officials, and donors. But we all know we would not be here without Glenwood Burley's unselfish work and devotion to the memorial of his fallen brothers. And for that, all of us owe him major thanks and appreciation for this accomplishment. Please join me. With so many special people here today, let me just welcome you all again and single out just one at the outset. The sculptor who created this statue is here today. May I introduce Maria Kirby Smith, who's right to my right. Would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you very much. The statue was created 25 years and it doesn't look it. So thank you for being here. So today's celebration starts with the unveiling of a new plaque. Please join me in welcoming the First Lady of Virginia, Dorothy McAuliffe, and Richmond Police Chief ALFRED Durham, along with the Honor Guard, for the unveiling of the commemorative plaque and the presentation of flowers. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, First Lady. Applause for the Richmond Police Athletic League Band. Thank you, Carol Adams, for arranging it. Great job, guys. Appreciate it. And gals, sorry. All right. Let me welcome up the Police Chief of the City of Richmond, ALFRED Durham, and as a son of a retired police officer, thank you very much for being here. The Chief's role was pivotal as another reason why this statue is at this beautiful spot. Chief?
Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. You know, I tell you, I am so excited as we look around, as I look around, I guess we all look around, so many familiar faces, but not only that, new faces, faces of support. We have a wonderful community here, a wonderful police department, and just great people, and we appreciate your support. First, I want to thank retired Patrolman Glenn Burley. Without his insistence, determination, and persistence, we would not be here today. Glenn Burley is the man behind this movement, the movement of this monument. Today, it's been 17 months in the making, and without the commitment and the support of Mayor Jones and our CAO, Ms. Cuffy Glenn, again, we would not be here today. I know there were many days that Glenn didn't think that we would be here today, but because he would not give in or give up, we're here. And let's thank him again. According to the Officer Down Memorial Page website, to date, there have been 102 in the line of duty deaths in this country this year. You have heard about most of them in the news because of the high-profile slayings of officers this year. No respect for authority, no respect for life. We mourn the loss of each and every one of them. We are here today to remember those who paid the ultimate sacrifice and gave their lives in the line of duty for this city. We must never forget Richmond's fallen. We must keep those names in our hearts and in our minds. Again, we must never forget. Whenever we lose an officer, on or off duty, that loss is felt by the officer's family and all of his or her brothers and sisters in law enforcement, and most importantly, the community. Family members of our fallen officers are present with us today. Please stand and be recognized for your sacrifices as well. Thank you. We thank you for being here today as we honor your loved ones. Each day, as we put on our uniform and our badge, we must honor those who have gone before us, striving for nothing else other than excellence in all that we do. That excellence and professionalism just may save our lives or the life of a fellow officer one day. We honor the fallen each day in our duty and service to the community, and to show that their living was not in vain. Whenever you hear someone prefer to us in law enforcement, it's the police, it's collective. Certainly an officer and officers are singled out for incidents, but their department and the police as a whole, we are associated with whatever has occurred, good or bad. We hope the earned respect for our community will be with us to support us in times like these, for our memorial and every day. But that is up to us. Today, we honor our fallen. Thank you again for joining us today to take time to remember. This is a special reminder to us why we do the jobs that we do, and to honor those whose shoulders we stand on and their sacrifices. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. You know, if there was a spark plug for this project, it would go to the next speaker. So let me bring to the podium Selena Cuffey Glenn, the Chief Administrative Officer of the City of Richmond.
Good morning, everyone. Mayor Jones, Madam First Lady, all the elected officials from the city as well as the state. Mr. Burley, thank you for having me on this program. Certainly for me, it's about duty and service, so I certainly appreciate the honor. Committee members and our fellow employees and citizens. Today we celebrate a tremendous opportunity for our city. As you know, public service is the road less traveled by many, but for those of us who make the commitment and understand the great sacrifice that is required, none is more rewarding and honorable than those who protect our lives, the lives of our citizens, with valor, integrity, and grace. Today, we honor those who gave their lives, and we have to remember that their names will never be with those cold and timid souls who do nothing to make a difference in this world, in this city, in this country. So, Mayor Jones and Mr. Burley, thank you for allowing me to play a small role in making this event happen today. Thank you so kindly.
Next, I'd like to welcome the Mayor of the City of Richmond, Dwight C. Jones, who early on sanctioned this project and got it done. Mayor, thank you.
Well, good morning, everyone. What a beautiful day for a wonderful occasion, and we're all happy to be here today to celebrate the relocation of the statue here in this wonderful position. Glenn Burley is a quiet mover. There are two kinds of activists. Activists who are cynical and not solution-oriented, but then there are activists who are solution-oriented, who point out a problem and then point out ways to solve the problem. Glenn Burley is of the second category. He saw a problem and figured out a way to make it happen. And all of us have not been strong-armed, but we've been touched by Mr. Burley. And he is very persuasive, and he might even tear up to make you do what he wants you to do. He has done a tremendous job. And I didn't recognize him today because he has on his uniform, and I understand that uniform is the same uniform he had on 30 years ago. And somebody said something to me. I was talking to someone today, and we admitted that we could not put on anything that we had 30 years ago. But we don't want to lose sight of the fact that the relocation of this statue is important. But what's most important is what's behind the statue. And what's behind the statue is our appreciation for the liberties that most of us take for granted. Every day we take for granted the fact that we have peace security and safety, and we give very little thought to the fact that there are 683 officers in the city of Richmond who rise every day, put on their uniforms, and go into harm's way in order that we might have safety and security. And sometimes that does not turn out well, because sometimes we have officers who fall. And so today we express our appreciation to the families of those slain officers, and we express our appreciation to the officers of the city of Richmond, and we say to all of them that we appreciate your undying efforts to keep us safe in this community. These are trying times in our country, and these are trying times in the world, and we've got to be vigilant, and we've got to come together and walk together to make certain that we strengthen our communities by respecting one another. And so this is a great day for us as we put this monument here in this very visual part of our city, and as we drive by, we have a remembrance and a symbol of those who serve and those who protect. What a great day for our city. Thank you so much.
Well said, Mayor. Thank you very much. You know, in the capital city, we get to hang out with a lot of the state officials, and we have one here, the Secretary of Public Safety and Service, Brian Moran. Can you make a few remarks, please? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Good morning, y'all, and I'm the Secretary of Public Safety and Homeland Security, so I have the honor and privilege to, on behalf of the Governor, Governor McAuliffe, to oversee 11 state public safety agencies, all of equal importance and dedication. And it's wonderful, though we are here this morning recognizing the important work of the Richmond City Police. I think this type of event and statute actually recognizes the sacrifices of all of our public safety personnel throughout the Commonwealth of Virginia. Now, I'm struck by this particular statute where the officer is holding a young child, either saving or providing some comfort and nurturing to a child in need. Yesterday, I was with the Virginia State Police when we dedicated a bridge sign. And at that dedication, the widow of Nathaniel Michael Smith was there, along with her two very small young children. But it was in that sign that commemorated the sacrifice of Trooper Smith, that as we attach that sign to that bridge, that family will know, as travelers travel under that bridge, they'll see that sign, and they won't know Nathan Smith, Trooper Smith, but they'll know that there was a dedicated public official, public safety, particularly personnel, who sacrificed his life in the service to others. And you could see in the faces of that family just how important that was to them. So I know this statute today that you're commemorating will indeed provide that type of pride to all of our public safety officers, not just Richmond City, but all across the Commonwealth. So thank you so much for doing the right thing and recognizing their sacrifice. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. I want to welcome now the Reverend Alex Evans from Second Presbyterian Church with the appreciation remarks. Reverend?
Thank you. Thank you. As a pastor, it's been my privilege and calling to work significantly with law enforcement. And picking up on the Secretary's comments, I want to get you to gaze deeply at this monument, to look intently, to give sincere attention to what's going on in this monument. The artist is right here. This monument depicts so very well the goal of appropriate and effective police work, especially the work of the Richmond Police. The Richmond Police Department's mission is to make Richmond safer through community policing and engagement. This is depicted so well right here. The memorial with an officer helping, carrying, loving doing, serving, I think that's reminds me of the passage from Paul's letter to the church in Rome that says, let love be genuine, hate what is evil, hold fast to what is good, extend help and care to others. Here we have it. This monument reminds us never to forget the loyal, the devoted officers who have served this city in the past and made the supreme sacrifice. And it helps us remember and reflect on the dedication and the loyalty and the devotion of present officers in Richmond and across our state who mostly want to get home at night. This monument also is especially important in these days and these times in our culture. In recent years and in recent months, we are reminded with incidents and images of great challenges facing police work. Police work in our complex and violent culture demands officers with head and heart, with passion and courage, with communication skills and many other skills, with confidence and courage and grace. And we know mistakes are made. We're all human. And we know that police are often vilified. This memorial reminds us that police need our care, our love, our support, our prayers, our daily thanks. This is what we should remember today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Evans. It's now time for the formal presentation of the memorial and the plaque. I'd like to welcome the aforementioned Unward W. Burley. There it is.
A little troll.
All right.
You know, when I formed this committee, we didn't have any money, didn't have any budget. And the mayor and I have been tight for 3 or 4 decades. I was a rookie and he was a young pastor. But I went to him and I said, you know, can you help me get a laptop, smartphone, tablet? He said, no problem. So a couple days later, one of his aides came to my house and he said, the mayor's got this package he wants you to have, help you get this project finished. And I opened it up and it was this is it. This is my tablet, laptop. And then I have a good contact with the mayor's office, and I found out that he bought this at a yard sale about 2 days before that for $1. So, in all sincerity, I have slept with this, carried it everywhere I've been for the last 1.5 years. I don't want anyone to leave here today without one of these. I have 500 of them, so don't leave here without taking one of these with you. They're in the van. This is a testament far greater than me or far greater than our committee. This testament is who has donated money, who has participated in this project and contributed in so many ways. This is a testament to a community involvement, to where a need had to be resolved and the committee was the driving force, and you, and it's many of you here that's in this program listed. And I sincerely appreciate that, because that's why we're here today, is because of your support. Read it, every page, every name, and give remembrance of this being a community project. There's 2 people here. I want them to stand up. Sergeant Carol Adams. And the second individual is Di Burchak. Di has been from me for many reasons, for medical, and we've been friends for a long time. And she's been an ally to me in this. Carol Adams was a direct liaison to me from the chief, and I sincerely thank you both for being a part of this. I would like for my committee to stand up facing the mayor. Especially thank the committee. And I want to tell you, that's what's made this hard. I never was told what to do by anybody other than the chief, and then for the last year I've been directing him. My sincere appreciation to these four gentlemen, the chief, Stephen Bonadies with the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts, Penn Burke, the grandson of one of the officers, was killed in the 20s, and Tom Silvestri, the president and publisher of the Richmond Times-Dispatch. I cannot find and could not have found four more unique, impressive, dedicated, and contributing men than these four gentlemen here. I am honored to be a part of you and work with you. And remain standing, please. Mayor Jones, I would like for you to stand over here with Ms. Cuffy Glenn.
There we go.
Here we go. I'm over here.
There we go.
This is Adley over here. Okay, you're right here. You're on this side over here. Facing me. Okay, now I'd like for the committee to stand up here beside me with the chief on the end.
We need a photographer, Bob. Do you have a camera?
Mr. Mayor, I sincerely thank you for your leadership and your courtesy to embrace this endeavor that we undertook, the kindness, the respectability to it. We all knew it was a sad sight, and we all collectively made it have a new home and a new day. I sincerely give you my appreciation and my respect with greatest sincerity. Madam Cuffy Glenn, you have been an inspiration. There was a monkey or an elephant or a kangaroo or something in the road during this project. I think it was an elephant. It may have been two elephants. You got them out of the road. We made immediate progress after your intervention, and I sincerely want to give you sincere appreciation for you allowing us to expedite this process. And I could not be more appreciative to your courtesy. And I command upon you respectfully and ceremoniously that we hereby, on behalf of Bonadies, Burke, DURHAM, and Silvestri, that you continue to keep sunshine on this statue, carry forward the commitment that we have had to give it a new day and pride and a new prominence in the city. Thank you. Colonel DURHAM, sir, you have worn two hats in this ceremony. You have represented the Bureau of Police, the police department, all the aspects of the law enforcement of this city. You've also served on this committee, and you've served a dual role, and I could not be more appreciative to your commitment to this and to your bonding that occurred in the beginning of this. And I am humbled and honored and very blessed to have you to have been a partner with me personally and to have served with this committee. And I am respectfully and with gracious, humble honor thanking you for your contribution. Thank you. We'll be seated, please.
You know who's in charge, you know.
Mr. Burley, is it okay to go on? Now you know how the committee meetings went. We were tired after marching. Finally, with all the wonderful words and all the commemorations, it's time now to welcome back Reverend Evans for the prayer and blessing of the memorial.
Let us pray. This is a sacred day, O God, and this is sacred space. It's sacred because of your presence and your spirit. They cover our lives and our world here this day. It's sacred because we're here and we're together and we're celebrating and laughing and enjoying life, and we are dedicating and rededicating this memorial. This day, this monument are sacred because with this moment and at this memorial statue, we celebrate public safety and law enforcement and particular individuals who swore an oath to protect and serve and whose lives can never be forgotten. Long after we're gone, oh God, this place will be sacred, for this memorial honors men and who were fathers and brothers and uncles and sons who were examples of all that is great about American life, courage and valor and commitment to help and serve and sacrifice in this great city. May you, O God, bless this moment. May you, O God, bless this monument. And may you, O God, bless this day and this memory represented here forever. Let all the people say amen.
Amen. Thank you to everybody for coming out today. I'll leave with one word. Wouldn't this be great if this was an area for service and memory of all civil servants? There's another group, the firefighters. Maybe 5 years from now we'll be out here and recognizing their service in this beautiful tract. But we have finished business done. Let us all protect this. Let's make this a place where respectful conversation about public service can be had. Look for an invitation next year on this spot, making this a spot of respect, a spot of collaboration, also a spot of really appreciation for civil service. Thanks for coming out. Why don't you continue to mingle and meet your new neighbors. You're always welcome in this neighborhood. Thank you very much. Sorry, Burley gave me one more assignment. It says here on these Burley Post-it notes, with no stick-em on the back, you are invited to a light buffet lunch at O'Toole's, celebrating their 50th anniversary, might add, on Forest Hill Avenue. Compliments of Burley.
All right.
Take them up on it. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.